There's this new remake for Resident Evil 2 called Resident Evil 2 Reborn, and it's using the Unreal Engine. As you can see, I'm using the gameplay for it here. And for the most part, it looks good, but I want to touch upon some concerns I have with this fan remake. So one of the biggest concerns that I have with this is that we might get like a few trailers and maybe some gameplay footage of this fan remake right before Capcom comes in and puts a cease and desist order on it. And that's part of the reason why I'm really in support of the new indie developed game that's a spiritual successor to Resident Evil, Road Fever. And if you guys haven't seen my video on Road Fever, I'll leave a link in the description. With an indie developed title that's a spiritual successor, there's a lot more things that you can get away with, as opposed to here where it's a fan remake, and even if it does get completed, we don't know how long it'll be up for. The other thing is that there's a possibility that Capcom might remake Resident Evil 2 in the near future, seeing as how they brought back Resident Evil HD Remake, and recently we had the leak of Resident Evil 0 Remake. I'm sorry, HD Remake, not remake, because Resident Evil 0 didn't get remade. But yeah, so there's always that possibility that we might see Resident Evil 2 get remade in the near future. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but there's a possibility that could be a reason why this remake is concerning, at least to me. The other thing is that we don't know how this is going to play, if it's going to play like the classic Resident Evil games, or if it's going to play a little bit more like Resident Evil 4 and some of the later installments of Resident Evil. Personally, I think what they should do with the gameplay aspect is have both perspectives. I know there was another fan remake that had both, and I think that would work a lot better. For people who say that it can't be done, I call bullshit, because Capcom actually did that themselves in the Lost in Nightmares chapter for Resident Evil 5. The other concern that I have with this fan remake is that it might not be accurate to the original story of Resident Evil 2. It might be slightly altered or completely altered. My hope would be is that this stays true to the original game and is a word for word remake, obviously with some of the dialogue being updated so that it doesn't sound as cheesy, but I would hope they would keep some of the cheesy lines that Resident Evil 2 had. Anyways, that's all I got to talk about for today. I'll see you guys in the next video, and if you don't already, you can follow me on Google Plus or Twitter. So anyways, see ya.